Hello and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Lore. Today we're going to be talking about General Gerrok. Now, you're probably wondering who the heck is General Gerrok? And it took me a while to figure out how to pronounce his name. I literally had to rewatch the episode multiple times to learn how to say his name because, well, it's only mentioned once or twice. But he is one of the remaining generals of the Machine Empire, led by none other than General Vengex. Completely different from the Vengex computer virus, mind you, so don't get those confused. He is basically straight from Bad Beetleborgs, but they took his suit and showed up in, well, that episode, along with none other than General Vengex himself, Stelon, Automon, which sounds like a Digimon to me, and Telza. Yes, those names that will forever haunt your minds and memories with their illustrious armor. Actually, the only reason you remember them is because they fought against every single Red Ranger, as well as, well, their Bad Beetleborgs. So, he shows up in Forever Red, which is one of the biggest crossovers of its time. Things calling back all the Red Rangers from past episodes and series to show up and fight against the Machine Empire that was thought to be destroyed, well, a couple seasons ago. Now, it turns out that these guys had survived and they were trying to rebuild the Machine Empire by first destroying Earth to prove that they are worthy enough. Now, Gerrok and his other generals, along with an army of cogs, survived Zordon's energy wave, which we don't know, maybe they're just too far out, it's never fully explained, they just survived. And we're going to try to build the Machine Empire from the ground up. But first, they were going to, well, dig up a weapon that was buried. Now, it's not just some random weapon that was buried. It is something that we know from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, none other than Serpentera itself, the mightiest Zord that is Lord Zed's. And they were going to avenge the ultimate destruction of their King Mondo, and they were on the moon digging it up when they got spotted by none other than Andros in his cloak of, well, spyness. I don't know, he likes to wear this really velvety cloak, and I don't know why he wouldn't just wear something more gray or white. It'd blend in with the more of the moon dust there, but hey, whatever. He gets spotted out immediately by Gerrok, and Gerrok points up and goes, "There he is, get him!" And they go chasing after him. Andros goes away and informs what's going to happen. Now, after that happens, the Red Rangers all get together and they do battle. And now Gerrok intends to take on the rest pretty well. He takes on not just Tommy Oliver in his Zeo Red Ranger form, but also Wes Collins. And they do really good battle against him. He's holding off both of them pretty well, the legendary Tommy and Wes from Time Force. They're doing pretty good battle type tactics using his claw-like weapon until eventually Tommy does a flying power kick that ends up destroying him, and that is the last we see of Gerrok. Now, why are we bringing up Gerrok in the first place? Well, we are currently in the episodes of getting close to Zeo Rangers actually showing up in the comic books. And they've already started bringing up the beginnings of the Machine Empire, but they're not touching on characters that we've heard before. Well, we've heard of one, but only literally just mentioned for 5 seconds. The rival of none other than King Mondo himself, King Aradon, or Aradon. However you want to pronounce it, Aradon, Aradon, I don't know, it all depends. Now, we are seeing him, and we've not seen him before mentioned in the original series, besides going, oh, he's just the arch enemy, and Prince Gasket married his daughter, and they were really upset about that. That's all we got. Well, King Aradon is basically the major player we're going to be dealing with first, at least in the beginning waves of the Machine Empire. Is essentially the Rangers going to be the one to knock him out for King Mondo to rise up? We don't know. Now, that does not mean we might get also Gerrok and others of the Machine Empire that were not really involved. There is all these guys, Automon, General Vengex, Tesla, Stelon. Like, Stelon reminds me of Pokemon, like Steelix, but you know, whatever. We might get those guys, and with revamping of costumes, it would be pretty awesome. I have no problem with Gerrok's armor. I think he's a big Bad Beetleborg. I love that TV series as well, but we could see these guys in the comics again and with more backstory and lore behind them and how they survived. Maybe they were exiled like Prince Gasket. Prince Gasket still could be around. We don't know. So I don't know. That is up to you guys. What do you guys think of Gerrok and these other automaton generals of the Machine Empire? Do you think we're going to see them in the comic books itself, or do you think they're going to show us something else? It's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments below. You guys have a good one.